we are talking about people who help the state government and the federal government, to build the economy of the country. And when you talk about them, they're talking about people, entrepreneurs. Elon Musk is an entrepreneur. Those who make their money legitimately and they want to help the society by giving them palliatives. In Anambra East local government area, which is where we belong and which is where we are covering as online, we have such people, and Anambra East local government area has given us the mandate to select about 100 successful entrepreneurs in Anambra East local government area. And basically that is why we are here, to celebrate a young man who God has blessed, who has been using his blessing to affect others. And he is going to give you his name, but you must be very, very surprised to see the work he has been able to give in his community, Nneyi precisely, and the Umueri, and by extension, Anambra State. Welcome.
Okay. My name is Mr. Umueri. I'm from Nneyi, precisely, Anambra State at large.
So you are known as IGWE. Please, can you expatiate a little bit, because that is what we are known all over Umueri as IGWE. And somebody cannot be going along with such as a guy name. There must be something attached to it, sir. What is attached to it?
Okay. This name, so-called IGWE, although it's been given to me by, there's one club from called Umueri. So, although where I come from is that after I do one or two things, extend some electricity to my brothers around me, that was more than 25 years ago. But it's not only extending light to them. Since that time till now, I render help to so many people around me. The one is here, IGWE, is not only giving light, yes, but the other way around, I train out of school, a lot of people in the school.
Scholarship.
I give scholarship. I finance some business people around me for them to make their living. So you can see that IGWE is not only for light. The one way or the other, where you see someone who is needing you at 60 or higher. Then when you see someone who wants to do business, that you see that you really want to become somebody in life. You are 16 financially. I think I have many of them around and outside my community.
Thank you very much. There is this league going on in Nneyi precisely, in Anambra East local government. And that league, I think for almost 4 to 5 to 3 years right now, has been one of the most successful leagues. And your name is attached to it. And when you see the way they prepare themselves, when you see the way they organize themselves every year in Nneyi, and I think your name is associated both in financing and kind of arrangement in making sure that every year it is played. So please, can you tell us how you've been, supporting to have Nneyi yearly football competition?
Okay. From that side, the Unity Cup they used to play at Nneyi every end of the year. I'm not the first person that originated the football, but about last year down to this year, so they came to me and it's like, well, brother, help us to. The person that originated the football Unity Club or 14 in Nneyi is like he cannot afford the bill.
Carry it on.
When they came to me, I said, okay, I like something like that. That one unified all the youths. Most of our youths, we don't come together only on festival period.
Yeah.
And when they came to me for such assistance, I truly stand up. And it's like this last year is one of the best among and they did it well.
Precisely.
Their final day, the gift, the cup, and the other best player gift is one of the best.
Yes. Precisely.
Even if not only that, the cup they played last year, Maxon used to come down home because when they brought their plan initially about that football, it's like I sat them down and tell them, you allow the strangers to partake because who says that? Whether someone leaves, that's where it covers.
Precisely.
So I asked them to add them so that if happen to be their luck to win the cup, the trophy, so that some of them were born and brought up here in Nneyi. You can't keep them aside. That's why that we Africa, we don't allow non-born citizens to belong to. But I think with time we have to change the method. When they play with them, they're all happy. We have different gifts, first, second, and third prizes. Even that day, I invited one of the House of Rep aspirants to help me to do the kickoff.
Wonderful.
Which the man came and at the same time promised them that by this time this year 2023, it will surprise them. That's how we did it last year.
Wonderful.
So I believe that if God gives me more, we'll keep on unifying.
God will give you more. God will give you more. Because when somebody is doing something for the poor and giving to the people what God has given to him, God will give that person more. We come back to the politics of Nigeria today. You are from Igbo extraction. And of course, you have one of yours that is been making waves for the first time in the history of political nature of this country, that an Igbo man has gotten this far, apart from IGWE, our pioneer politicians. Only this Igbo man has been making waves. So please, can you tell us one or two things about the importance of allowing an Igbo man occupy the presidency of this country, if not for anything, for equity?
Okay, thank you very much. Your question is very okay, very nice. I'm an Igbo man, precisely. Even the candidate of Labour Party is Excellency Peter Obi. That makes me to go and register for PVC.
Wonderful.
Since I was born, because Nigerian politics is what I don't even have interest on. I don't even have it at mind because they don't play it as the way it's supposed to be. Their opponents always come to the do or die affair. And I'm not the type that supports evil. Even as I'm talking to you, upon the effort I made, I fly from Lagos to East to have my PVC. I registered fresh. I have not registered any place. They came up with a lot of stories. I was supposed to travel back to Lagos. It was because of that PVC that I postponed my own that I should come next week, asking me that my transfer has been provided. I told them I did not do any transfer. I voluntarily came down from Lagos for this PVC. And I did not have any appointment for this, for another thing except that PVC registration. And I came down, I registered, they gave me temporary, which I showed them. What is the permanent card? They say maybe INEC. Even I supposed to, before ever this today interview, to meet one of my lawyers so that I'll put it on air. How can you say that I've registered somewhere before?
But why you have not registered?
Why I have not registered this, but that was my first time.
That's a problem.
So even the reason I complained to one of the APOGA candidates, say that my case is not the first. A lot of people registered and they did not provide their PVC. So back to what you asked me, it's a very big, how will I put it, for an Igbo man to come out for presidency. That is even stainless. No, they have tried left and right to find out where P2P faulted during his own regime for Anambra State governor for 8 years. They found out nothing. So, but we pray that God Almighty will give that man the victory. We want new Nigeria. Then, so that all of us, we are all Nigerians. All this insecurity, crime, and whatever that disturb this society is affecting every good Nigerians in many ways, either in your business side or at least activities you have in the east. Like when I came down from Lagos, I did not drive out of my town because of the insecurity. So if God can assist or help Nigeria out, so we'll try as human beings to give Mr. P2P the victory. Well, I even cry whenever I see the way Nigerian politics is going on. You know, the young man is what God has provided for Nigerians to have in Nigeria. But due to the cabals, I cannot go into that because I'm not a politician. But I've been in Nigeria at least my age for above 40 years. So what is going on in Nigeria, I'm asking myself, when will this thing have stopped? Our time is almost off. What about our children? So Mr. P2P is where I myself stand for.
Well, thank you very much. When it comes to your community, there is this big thing that is in your community called the Umueri Airport. It wasn't there before, but now it is there. I would like us as an entrepreneur to give us one or two reasons why you think that that airport is what we need in this time of trade.
Yes. Although I won't hide my feelings because I'm an Umueri to the core. The first time I personally kick against because, and it seems that what I kick against it for the first time is what's taking place now. We pray for the airport, but you still operate under manual. At times, if you want to fly from Abuja to Anambra, they will tell you the weather is not good because you operate manual. Such big land. It's only Lagos State Airport, Mutawanda Airport is one that's bigger than Umueri Airport. So it's good because since we have a number of airports, I don't go to Asaba again or anywhere. At least that one alone minimize the stress and the transportation. But at this time, once they believe that airports can give us what we want, let them finish off the project so that the whole section will start working. The development we are clamoring for will come. Because you can go to that airport, it looks like a canteen. It's not well equipped so that the cargo section will start working, it will start, all the wings will work together. At least to make our lands to appreciate. Banks, people that build warehouse will come, but the airport is incomplete. It's not complete.
It's still work in progress.
It's still in progress, which we believe so.
So, please, last but not the least, we would want you to tell us how important it is to vote in any candidate or a candidate whom you have known the pedigree of achievement. Is it a better way of voting in somebody who has not done anything or somebody whom you have known that he has a wonderful background, that if you vote the person in, he or she will achieve more? Which one is better? Voting in somebody who has a wonderful background of achievement, or voting in somebody who you are not sure of whether he's even going to succeed?
You know, politics is a game of number. You know, my votes will not decide for any candidate. But I know that all the candidates from Senate to House of Representatives, they're all our brothers and our sisters. I have, most of them are my friends. The one that went to that place for the first time, the last 4 years, by name, should I call them?
Yes. What?
Honorable Chendogiri.
Yes, yes, exactly.
I see it's wonderful.
We're talking about achievement.
So, I don't know whether if you go back to that place for a second time, you will maintain his stand.
The status quo.
The status. Because I've not seen him before he came to my house. And I've been seeing total balls, this, that, at least youth of Umueri, at least 50% is being talking about the young man, the way he's empowered. You know, this empowerment you're talking about is not much that if you go to every house, you can't enter every house.
Exactly.
But at least in some ratio.
Yes.
Either 25 or 20. That 25 or 20
and it continues.
We continue
exactly.
to spread the
exactly.
Even as a single person I am, people hear about it, I don't give everybody. But people I give, did they hold it tight or did they extend it to others? So that, you know, that's one problem we have as black people. We don't extend. But so far, what I heard about you the last 4 years, you tried.
Go.
It's from my town and some neighboring towns.
Exactly.
But this very one that I'm talking about that will come on February. They have wonderful candidates.
God.
So the other one from PDP, our brother Obina, is a very good candidate. He's a very nice person.
Exactly.
Mark P that come from the other side is a very nice man too.
Exactly.
But what I told them that they come from different party
platforms.
So whoever that emerges as a winner, we definitely remember our people.
Exactly.
You know, it's only in this country that manifesto doesn't work. They only take it to gain people's advantage. After that, they back off. They put everything aside. So I believe that if any of them go emerge as a winner to represent us at the Green Chamber, we're no longer in a primitive sector of life. Social media is everywhere. We start blowing them on air.
Precisely.
You understand me?
Precisely.
When the person who is the candidate, you see that he's not happy with him. Some of them that are in the House of Rep, we're also planning for the Senate.
Exactly.
So if they cannot do well in House of Rep, they will make it that their career in politics is being died. So my advice to them, because 2 of them, they're all good. I haven't tested them. Although Mr. Chinel has been there before.
Yes.
Obina has been in Anambra State House.
Yes.
His only McP is a virgin that have not tested even from state or federal.
Exactly.
But he's a very nice man. Ever before politics, I'm talking with experience.
Exactly.
He's a very nice man.
Okay.
So I pray for whoever will remember our youth. Because today, what I'm talking about is youth that has long lifespan. It is not when someone is 80 years, like what we are facing in presidency. The other one is above 80.
Exactly.
The other one is almost 80.
Exactly.
The only where we have chance that credible, that doesn't have any dent, is from P2P side. So I believe that come to our side, those 3 constituents for House of Rep.
Exactly.
Whoever that emerges as winner, we stand up and tell the person. Because we're no longer in a very remote life.
Exactly.
Then the other side of it, House of the Senate of the thing. I think someone who has been there for 8 years did not do anything for us. So we are looking for a vibrant young man.
Exactly.
Which I point at Mr. Nneyi.
Exactly.
Who can. I've seen his achievements.
Roads,
and other things, and empowerment. So that one, if I'm to decide, I will vote for Nneyi.
Oh, great.
So someone who has the free mind, He doesn't discriminate. He always come out and stay with his people. He's not the type that can only wave hands after the election. So I stand to count on him as the best candidate for the Senate.
Thank you very much. I stand to count on him as the best candidate for the Senate. So you talked about the youth. And they said the youth, they're having golf tomorrow. But with what is happening now, the Umueri and other drug activities and all that, what will be your last advice for the youth?
You know, one thing in life is that due to the generation we're into, this youth of a thing, I have seen a lot of damages for the consumption of Umueri and even India hemp and all that stuff. Even all this alcohol, you see, if you don't consume it the way it's supposed to be, it's also trigger danger in human life. Our youth, they have turned to something else. I used to come down and see them. Some of them, I pay their school fees. At times when I wake up, I see them drinking beer. Entering the door and take beer. So during our own time, we don't go like that. You must hide from your guardian or your parents. You don't do things just it's what I want. Like one of them, I saw her painting her head. When she came, I said, "Who asked you to paint her head?" She said, "I can't remove that nonsense." You are dressing code matters. So they don't listen to parents' advice anymore. But my advice is that this last 2 years or last 2 years, because we are 2023, I even one of the people that asked past youth president to mobilize youth to work against that middle of thing. The operation go viral. Umueri did it. I think Abro did it. Well, we emulated from Nneyi side. I think it reduced the consumption and the number of people that did that mixed up with that. Although you cannot remove it totally, but with time, some of them change. So my advice is that there are people that this before I reach this age, before I get to, I'm touching 50. During our own time, we don't do things because that's what we want. We expect our elders to direct us what we are going to do. But today, this new generation they do whatever they want to do. But with help of, what I see as the problem is not only when you stop them taking Umueri or taking them or engage themselves in alcoholic. This is part of the things we always lament on. Where you send it for House of Representatives or House of Senate, what it's supposed to do to youth, to eliminate unemployment, to eliminate all this, because when you are engaged with something doing, or when you go to school, all these things, you don't have time for that. But the poverty aspect of it contributed all this. Seeing a young girl serving in a restaurant, doing street runs, some 16, some 15, some. From there, that thing will lead them to taking drugs. Because if you look at that person, you see that she or he is not happy. Because of that, there's no things you deny him from or her from. That's first stage of education. If you deny a child from good education, the direction will deviate.
Precisely.
So, for he to come or for she to come back to the right direction, it will be a tax that will involve many things. So, I always plead to all the politicians, both as representatives in government, at least to empower, to invest in youth, because human investment is the highest investment. You can say that.
You find it from the horse's mouth. Human investment is the highest investment. That is how our entrepreneur used to close the interview. And I think, to a very large extent, is making an obvious statement. When you invest in somebody, you automatically you've invested for the future. This is Telescope Online, and you will continue to hear more from the people of Anambra East Local Government area who have contributed their own little, and God bless them, to move our younger ones forward and support our state government in their quest for responsible youth